Good morning to all. I think today we have the seventh class. Okay. Logic and Force, Unit 1, the seventh one. Just we can recap on last class what we can do. So last class we can see for rule of inference. And the main things we can use the logical implications. And the main thing for simplification, what we are using for P conjunction Q, we can write simply either P or Q. That is called simplification. Two input, you can write one input. That is simplification. Addition meaning insert additional one more information. P tends to P disjunction Q. We can change P as P disjunction Q or Q as P disjunction Q. Then conjunction, P and Q, we can write conjunction form. Most important, we can use modus ponens. P comma P tends to Q or P and P tends to Q. We can write Q. Negation Q and P tends to Q, we can write negation P. Modus tollens and hypothetical syllogism. P tends to Q and Q tends to R, we can write P tends to R. That is a hypothetical syllogism. Disjunctive syllogism, P disjunction Q, conjunction negation P, we can write as Q. So mostly we can use modus ponens, hypothetical syllogism. These two things are maximum problem I can use. And rule of P, rule T and rule CP. There are three rules we have studied in the last class for solving the rule of inference. What do you mean by rule P? Any time we can introduce a hypothesis or given statement, that we can say is a premises. Any premise may be introduced at any step in the derivation. You can write rule P. Rule T, formula we can use. A formula S may be introduced in the derivation. Distributive law, associative law, hypothetical syllogism, disjunctive syllogism, like whatever you can use the formula, you have to mention rule T. Rule CP, sometimes the question itself is given, we show that conditional, P or conditional yes, then you can write the additional premises as all as a additional premises, then we can write yes. All additional premises, the conclusion is we can tends to all tends to yes. These are the additional premises we can use. I mean, any premises we can use any number of times in the problem because idempotent law is satisfied. These are the rule P, rule T, and rule CP. Okay, now we are going to some practice problem. We are going to see for practice problems. Now I can do it in the board. So that in the class committee meeting, you can use the board is better. So maximum number of times weekly, twice we can use a theory part. We can dip for a PDF or PPT. Then other things, problem we can done in the board itself. So these are the five problems today we are going to see for the board itself. Just I can stop the presenting and I come back to the video. Just for 2 minutes. Are you visible of the board, ma? All of you visible of the board?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please take that board, ma, other things. MA 8351 DM, discrete mathematics. Okay. So we move on to the first problem. First one for show that A conditional B conjunction A conditional C, comma, negation of B conjunction C, comma, B disjunction A implies we can write B. Item W. What are the given premises? Conjunction also you can take it as comma. That is also is possible. The given premises are what are the premises? The comma statement all are premises. The left hand side. A conditional B conjunction A conditional C. That is one of the premises. Negation of B conjunction C. Another
Sir,
premise.
board serious, sir.
B disjunction A. Now it's okay, Amma.
இல்ல சார் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் பின்னால வந்தா நல்லா இருக்கும் சார்.
Now it's okay. Now clear again.
Yes, sir.
B disjunction A. These are the premises. Conclusion. Another one is a conclusion. Conclusion is D. These are the given premises. Conclusion is D. Left hand side is called the given statement. Right hand side is called the conclusion. So you can take the left side is premises. I like to start for, here I can write step. Here I can write the good. Here I can write the reason. What formula I can using for step 1. You can take any premises. Out of 3, you can take anything you can write. That is a given statement I can write. I like to take the first one. A tends to B conditional conjunction A conditional C. This is the question itself I can write. Therefore, the rule is P. Introduce the premises, I can write P. That is a P for premises. Given premises I can write. Here reason is given premise. I introduce the given premise. Second case. This is I can write the simplification. P conjunction Q can be written as A tends to B. That is a formula. I can apply the formula root T simplification. What do you mean by simplification? P conjunction Q can be written as P, or P conjunction Q can be written as Q. What I can write? That is called a simplification. The same one, simplification of step 1. Here also I can write A tends to C. That is on the same formula, simplification of step 1. The same step I can write simplify to 10. These two formula I can apply for here. This is the simplification. Then the next step. Okay, any other formula I can write. First premises I can use. Next I can take it as negation of P disjunction Q, or otherwise you can take it as P disjunction A. What I can write? I like to take it as negation of P conjunction C. First premises I can take it. I like to take for second premises. That is a P, given premise. This is the given premise. Fifth step. This is I can apply the formula for negation of P conjunction Q. Then I like to apply for De Morgan's law. Negation P, disjunction, negation C. That is a rule T. I can apply the formula. That's why I can T. Mostly you can write P, T, P, T. This is the things. P meaning only 3 P will come. And T. Repetition also you can use. So negation P, disjunction, negation Q. I can apply for De Morgan's law. Okay. Sixth step. We know that conditional negation as disjunction. P tends to Q can be written as negation P, disjunction Q. This can be written as P tends to negation C. Possible. That is again apply the formula T. Negation as disjunction, or since we can write P tends to Q, logically equivalences negation P disjunction Q. This is the logically equivalences. LHS equal to RHS, or RHS you can take it as LHS. This is I can take it as negation P disjunction. Instead of Q, I can write negation C. Seventh one. Okay. Now we can you see any other formula? Seventh step is reduced. I can use these two steps. I didn't use one. These are the formula. These two steps I didn't use only for reducing. B2, can you use the formula A to B, B to negation C? Any other formula can I apply for here? A to
Conditional
B,
conjunction,
B
sir.
to negation C. Yeah. Which formula?
Conditional as disjunction, sir.
Simplification, sir.
A to B. There are three things I will told to you: model phonence, model tolerance, hypothetical syllogism. The moon la use panna. A to B, B to C. A to B, B to C. Then you can write A to negation C. Hypothetical syllogism. Hypothetical syllogism. Formula check பண்ணிக்கங்க. Hypothetical syllogism A to B and எங்க complete பண்ணி அதுல start பண்ணணும். A to B, B to C, then you can write A to C. That is called hypothetical syllogism. What are the steps? Second step and sixth step. Second step and sixth step. Hypothetical syllogism. Second step and sixth step I can use. Second step is sixth step I can use it. So now use another term either. A tends to C. Eighth step. Okay. Now I can use A tends to negation C. I can write C tends to negation A. Possible? That is a rule T. P tends to Q. If and only if negation Q tends to negation P. Contrapositive use panniyapom. Contrapositive. A tends to B. This is I can write negation of negation C. That is a negation of negation C. Also you can write one step. That is I can write C tends to negation A. Sometimes you can write this statement is contrapositive. Contrapositive. Or otherwise you can write this. Okay. Ninth step. By any other step I didn't use for here. A to C. C to A. Now what you can write? A to C. C to A.
A to not
Negation A.
negation A.
Yeah. A to negation A. The same hypothetical syllogism. Hypothetical syllogism of the steps of third step and eighth step. Third step and eighth step. Okay. Previous all the things I can use. In the premises use பண்ணியாச்சு. இதை யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டேன். இதை ரெடியூஸ் பண்ணிட்டே வந்து இந்த term இதை யூஸ் பண்ணியாச்சு. All the terms I can use it. Formula, this is also I can use it for here. All the terms I can use. 10th step. The last premises. T disjunction A. So for T disjunction A. That is a given premises. This premises also I can use. Given premise. That is a given premise. So for 11th step, this can be written as any other formula. Conditional as disjunction. P disjunction Q can be written as P tends to Q. But this, how we can write this? The steps now. P disjunction
A.
Negation of
D tends to.
Yeah. Either I can write I need the term D alone I need, or I can write the negation of T tends to A. We can write negation of D tends to A. Negation of D tends to A. That is a rule T. Apply this formula. Conditional as disjunction or logical equivalence. So 12th one. Again compare the steps. 11 and 8. Negation D tends to A. A tends to negation D. Negation D tends to A. A tends to negation. So I can write negation D tends to negation A. Hypothetical silosia. Hypothetical silosia. Or the step number 11 and 9. 11 and 9. First 11, then 9. Negation D tends to A to negation. This can be written as like this. And the last one, this can be written as A tends to D. Possible. This steps I can contrapositive. Ultava போட்டு negation எழுதிருக்கேன். Contrapositive. Okay, then either you can write contrapositive or simply we can write another formula also we can write. Don't need to forgo for contrapositive. We can easily we can write any other formula we can write for here.
சார் 11th ஸ்டெப்புக்கு அப்புறம் போர்டு தெரியல சார்.
Yeah, the one second. Up to previous steps எழுதிட்டீங்களா?
Yes, sir.
So 11th one, hypothetical syllogism we can apply for. That is the 12th step for you. Negation D tends to negation A. That is the thing. 13th one, again I can apply for conditional as disjunction. D disjunction negation A. Conditional as disjunction. Conditional as disjunction. So last step, again go for simplification. The end term lo word term நம்ம எழுதிக்கலாம். D. Simplification. That we need the conclusion. Final answer is D. That we need the conclusion. This is not a unique way. We can write different way also. Any method also we can change it also, no problem. It is not a unique way. Final answer I need D. So minimum 3 times we can use P. Compulsory we can use. There are 3 premises. So 3 times P. Minimum 3. 4 times also. Sometimes the same things I can repeat it also is possible. But minimum 3 times P will come. Compulsory P will come. Right, copy and then tell, then we move on to the next problem. பண்ணியாச்சானா?
Yes, sir.
Can I move on to the next problem?
Okay, sir.
So anybody want to complete, ma'am? I'd like to move on to the next problem. Try to do it in your own way, ma'am. Different way we can use the answer. Final answer I need it. You can use any formula for here. either hypothetical syllogism or model phonents or model tollens. Maximum we can use model phonents, hypothetical syllogism. These are the three important simplifications. So second problem is show that R tends to S. Show that R tends to S. R tends to S is logically derived from the premises P
Sir.
tends to
Yes, sir.
from the premises P tends to Q tends to S, comma, negation or disjunction P and Q. These are the premises is given. R tends to S is logically derived from the premises P tends to Q tends to S, comma, negation or disjunction P and Q. Write on the proof. Write on the step. Step number. What rule you can apply for here and what is the reason? Reason is the statement of the formula we can use. So step 1. You can choose any premises now. I would like to take it as the first premises. P tends to Q tends to S. That is the rule P in a given premise. Okay, question itself is given once again. I think question itself R tends to S. But we can apply for rule CP. And a question itself is conditional. We need to show that it is a conditional. Then we can apply for. In the question itself is conditional will come. We can apply the rule CP. Rule CP. This is for your additional premises. We have only 3 premises. Introduce this is also one of the premises. That's why I can take it as R. That is a premises. Additional or assumed premises. Assumed premise or additional premise. Assumed premise or additional premise. For conditional statement in the question, the conclusion as the conditional, we can apply for rule CP. The procedure is the first term you can introduce as a assumed premise or additional premise. After I can use this premise. Second step. Now I can write P tends to Q tends to S. That is the rule P. This is given premise. The additional premise. This is the given premise. Third step. Okay. Now we can take it as any other premise. Negation P. Negation or disjunction P. Negation or disjunction P. That is also I can take it as given premise. Okay. Fourth step. Can I use any other formula for here? Negation or disjunction P. This can be written as R tends to P. Negational as disjunction. Since P tends to Q, logically equivalences negation P, disjunction Q. Negation P, disjunction Q is a logical equivalence. Fifth step. Any other formula? Can you remember any other formula? This is the step 3 now. Third step for logical equivalence formula I can apply. Can you use any other formula?
Symposium, sir.
Which one, ma? Hypothetical Cylosium. Well, you can use hypothetical R to P, P to R. So therefore you can write R tends to Q tends to S. So by hypothetical Cylosium. Hypothetical Cylosium are the steps. Fourth step and second step. Fourth step and second step. R to P, P to Enga complete panninga adha start panna. R to P, P to some other value. Then directly we can reach for this one. Okay. Again, now we can use any other formula. So this is we can use it. This is also I can use it. This is also I can use it. This is not used. Can you combine these two things? Any other formula? P comma P tends to Q. What formula? P comma P tends to Q can be written as Q. What is the name of this formula? Modus ponens. Remember the formula? P comma P tends to Q can be written as Q tends to S. Modus ponens of the step. Yeah.
Sir, எப்படி சார் கம்பைன் பண்றீங்க?
Which one?
சார் அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப்பையும் ஃபோர்த் ஸ்டெப்பையும் கம்பைன் பண்றீங்க சார். என்ன லாஜிக் சார் யூஸ் பண்றீங்க?
First and fifth step. First and fifth step இது premises இத யூஸ் பண்ணல क्वेश्चनல. இத யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டோம். இது given premises, இது another premises, இத ஃபார்முலா யூஸ் பண்ணி சிம்பிளிஃபிகேஷன் பண்ணிட்டேன். சோ இத யூஸ் பண்ணி இந்த ஸ்டெப் இதுக்கு கன்வெர்ட் ஆயாச்சு. இது ரெண்டையும் கம்பைன் பண்ணி I can use hypothetical Cylosium. இந்த ரெண்டு ஸ்டெப்பை யூஸ் பண்ணி hypothetical Cylosium போட்டு ஒரு ஸ்டெப் கொண்டு வந்துட்டேன். சோ இந்த மூணுமே யூஸ் ஆயிடுச்சு. இன்னும் one more premises இருக்கு and இந்த ஆன்சர் யூஸ் பண்ணாம இருக்கு இந்த premises. இது நான் யூஸ் பண்ணல. இந்த டேர்ம் இப்பதான் ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் பண்ணிருக்கோம். இது ரெண்டையும் நான் கம்பைன் பண்றது பாசிபிள். I know the formula P, P tends to Q. Modus ponens I can able to apply. So அப்ப இந்த ரெண்டை நான் யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டேன் அப்படின்னா சோ ஃபைனலா இந்த ஸ்டெப்புக்கு ரெடியூஸ் பண்ணியாச்சு. இன்னும் ஒன் மோர் திங்ஸ் Q மட்டும் நான் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். பாசிபிளா? இது ரெண்டையும் கம்பைன் பண்ணி மாடுஸ் ponens அந்த ஃபார்முலா யூஸ் பண்ணி டெரிவேஷன் Q tends to S கொண்டு வந்து. சோ அப்ப இது எல்லாமே யூஸ் பண்ணியாச்சு. ஒன் டைம் யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டேன். இப்போ ஒன் மோர் premises இந்த Q மட்டும் தான் யூஸ் பண்ணாம. Anybody have a doubt?
No sir.
Anybody has a doubt?
No, sir.
For now, so I can use all the step by step I can reduce them. Then the next one I can go for Q. I think this premises I can use it for here P. This premises also I can use it for here. I didn't use the premises Q. I like to take it as Q. Q as given premises. Won't be given premise. I like to take it as the given premise. Now we can apply. In the end step I want to use any other formula. Can I use these two steps? Any other formula? Any other formula? Q comma Q tends to S. P comma P tends to Q. The same formula I can apply for here. What you can write? Q comma Q tends to S can be written as Q comma Q
Yes.
tends to S. P
Sir,
comma Q
yes.
tends to Q. Yeah, yes.
Yes.
So that is the rule T. By apply the formula modus ponens of what are the steps? 7, 6. 7 and 6. I like to apply the modus ponens for. In the end step I can use it. These two steps I can. So all the steps I can use it. So now I can apply the rule CP. Rule CP only the procedure. First step is this is I can introduce in the first step. That is a rule CP. Next, last step. These two things I can combine all tends to yes. This is the name of rule CP. Rule CP all tends to yes. The conclusion is yes. So that is your conclusion. This is the method is rule CP. The final step, we can apply the rule CP. The left hand side, you can take it as the assumed premises. And this value, finally, I can conclude. Then finally, we can write these two combined all tends to yes. This is the method is called the rule CP. The rule CP only applied in the last step. And the first step I can use for the premises.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, எந்த ரெண்டு ஸ்டெப் கம்பைன் பண்ணா R tends to S வருது சார்? First and ninth,
First
eighth,
and
sir.
eighth R tends to yes. That is a rule CP or a procedure. First and last left hand side is R implies the conclusion yes. Rule CP na first things we can take it as assumed the premises. Second one conclusion and final answer conclusion is the second one. Then you can combine this possible. Okay. That is
Okay.
the name of rule CP. Let's write on copy. Step by step, you can do it in your own, in your home itself. This is not a unique way. Again, I'm telling to you unique way. Why I am telling to you it's not a unique way. Sometimes I can use, here I can apply for hypothetical syllogism of step 4 and 2. R tends to P, P tends to Q, that's how you can write that. Some of the students, some of the book, they can take it as first and fourth step. Apply the model phonetics. First and fourth step. இது ரெண்ட கம்பைன் பண்ணி நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப்ல can I write P ன்னு எழுத முடியும் என்னால. R tends to P. I can write P modus ponens. Then P tends to write. I can write Q tends to S. Again I can apply modus ponens. I didn't apply for hypothetical syllogism. That is also possible. We can get the answers. The same Q tends to S. The reverse method R tends to P. This place you can write P. These two things you can combine. Here I can write the answer is P by modus ponens. Then these two things I can apply. I can write Q tends to S. Again I can apply for modus ponens. Final answer I got it. That is also applicable. That is one of the way. So now Q tends to S. Then the next step Q. These are the ways we can write. So any method you can apply. It's not a unique way. So any way you can write. Are you clear, ma?
Yes, sir.
Can you move on to the next one?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. The method is not unique. You can do it in your own way. If you have the doubt, you can try to send it to me. I will have to check whether it is correct or not. So final conclusion we can expect or not. I think here third problem also the same one, rule CP, that you can find the form itself. I like to move on to the next problem, fourth one. So now the fourth one as I can take this the third one, fourth one. Show that R conjunction P disjunction Q. This is conclusion. The conditional vandachna you can apply rule CP. Until that only you can use rule P and rule T. Is a valid conclusion. It's a valid conclusion from the premises. It's a valid conclusion from the premises. P disjunction Q, comma Q tends to R, comma P tends to M, comma negation M. P disjunction Q, Q tends to R, P tends to M and negation M. Try to do it in your own way. Please don't check any other book. Book method adhe thinking da thono. You can try to do it in your own way. You can take any premises any way. Yes, some can be written in so many ways. You can try your form itself in different ways. Write on the proof. Normally you can write the step. Then here I can write the rule. Here I can write the reason. So I can write the first step. Take any premises. There are 4 premises are there. I like to take it as any premises. I like to take it as P disjunction Q. So that is not only the first one you can take. First one is not a condition. You can take any one. Second one also you can start the first. So this is a given premise. This is the given premise. Okay. Second step. If it is possible to reduce, you can reduce. So this can be written as negation P conditional Q. Possible. Then apply for P tends to Q is a logically equivalences negation P disjunction Q. This formula I can apply to for Q. Third one. Now I can apply another premises. Q tends to R. That is a given premise. Okay, this is I can use it. Q tends to R used. Can you use any other formula? Yeah, of first step. Can you use any other formula? These two things. Negation P tends to Q tends to R. Then you can write. This is the same answer. Either direct negation P tends to R. That is the name of hypothetical syllogism. Hypothetical syllogism. Hypothetical syllogism of the step 2 and 3. Right side check panni all steps use pannana paathuken. 1, 2, 3 complete pannten. 4th step and use panna. 5th step. Okay. Until now it's okay. Next premises I like to take it as P tends to M use pannano. Before that I can write this can be written as negation R tends to P. And I use pandradhukku I use panniren. Contrapositive. Contrapositive. Contrapositive of step 4. The right side பாத்தீங்கன்னா தெரியும். First step, second step, third step, fourth step லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணியாச்சு. The 6th one. அடுத்த premise. P tends to M எடுத்துக்கலாம். இது P. Given premise. Okay. Can you use any other formula? That's why you can use the steps like this way. These two things are same. Negation or tends to P,
negation or tends to
M. Negation or tends to M. That is by hypothetical syllogism. Hypothetical syllogism of the step of 5 and 6. Right side check pante vaanga all steps use pantana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8th one. Okay. When I come back to the next premises, I want to apply the next premises. Negation M. This is the given premise. Okay. Can I use any other formula of these two things? Can I apply any other formula of these two things? P, P tends to Q na model phonetics.
Q.
Q, P tends to negation Q, P tends to Q. We can write the answer is what we can write. Negation Q tends to P.
Modus tollens.
Modus tollens. We can use the formula. Here, what is the formula for here? Negation P.
Negation P, sir.
Q, sir.
That is called negation P. Opposite side. Q then at time. That is called modus two lines. இது தெரியலனா I can change, no problem. Suppose I don't know for this formula, so I know only model components அப்படினா இதை interchange பண்ணிக்கங்க. That's all. Whatever you can write. You can take it as the ulta value. That is also is applicable. Have you understood for this one? If I don't know for this formula, this can be written as the next step as negation M tends to R. That is the contrapositive. Now you can use this model components P comma P tends to Q. I can write R. Model components also is possible. This is I can write. Answer is negation P. So negation of negation R. This formula. The 10th one. There is a model tolerance of what are the steps? 7 and 8. 7 and 8 I can apply. Then next step I can write double negation law. Double negation law. Double negation law of the step number 9. 11th one, there is a last step. Can you tell anyone? Conclusion. The worst step is conclusion is over.
CP, sir.
CP na condition.
Distant.
Conditional வந்தா மட்டும் தான் CP அப்ளை பண்ணும். क्वेश्चन பாத்துக்கங்க. conjunction போட்டு ஒன்னு ஆட் பண்ணியாரு. ஒரு டேர்ம்ல இருந்து இன்னொன்னு ஆட் பண்ணியாரு. What you can write? P or conjunction P disjunction Q. First and last step
addition
conjunction. So addition law. இது வந்து add தான பண்ணிருக்கோம். P and Q. P and Q. We can write P conjunction Q. So or conjunction P disjunction Q by using the rule addition. Simplification addition P conjunction Q another P comma Q implies P conjunction Q. Addition of step number 1 and 10. Here I can use the first step 2 times. Premises you can use any number of times. One time na use பண்ணனும் கிடையாது, எத்தனை டைம் நான் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். That's why I can choose this problem. This is I can use once again. Here also I can apply. Again I can apply. Now we can check out of 11 steps. 11th one is my conclusion. Remaining 10 steps I use பண்ணிருக்கேன். இதுல யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கிற remaining 10 steps. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 10 steps நான் யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கேன் செக் பண்ணி. Out of 11ல remaining 10 நான் இங்க யூஸ் பண்ணிருந்தேன் அப்படினா அது கரெக்ட். இதுல எதுவுமே மிஸ் ஆக கூடாது. Remaining 10 steps எங்கயாவது நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கணும். This is your conclusion. Rule CP is only applicable for conclusion la conditional vanda mattumna rule CP. Otherwise don't use rule CP. Rule CP only the places conclusion la conditional. அப்படி conditional வந்தா இந்த r இங்க ஆட் பண்ணிக்கணும். Additional premises. One step additional premise. Anybody got a doubt? Students, anybody got a doubt?
No, sir.
So try to copy. I move on to the last one more problem. That's why you can stop that case. Copied, ma?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I think last one more problem. Just I can tell you can try a home itself. I think almost time is over. Show that the hypothesis right to present is better. Actually, question is show that the hypothesis if you send me an email message, statement problem is given. If you send, okay, I can write out the problem. If you send me an email message, then I will finish writing the problem. If you do not send me an email message, then I will go to sleep early. If you go to sleep early, then I will wake up feeling refreshed. This is the premises. The conclusion, if you do not finish writing the problem, then I will wake up feeling refreshed. The try panna, otherwise I will give the hint. ABC premises, conclusion, the form to convert. Then you can try in a home itself. Okay, up to this, anybody have a doubt? Anybody have a doubt?
No, sir.
No,